Hashtag the power of being underestimated. There's something powerful, almost sacred, about being underestimated. When people look at you and decide that you're not enough, that you're not capable, that you don't have what it takes, they are not defining your limits. They are revealing their own. Being underestimated is not an insult. It's a hidden advantage. It's life's way of telling you, now, go and surprise them all. When no one believes in you, you have two choices. You can either break under their judgment, or you can build under their silence. Most people crumble when others doubt them. They stop trying. They start believing the lies that others tell about them. But the few, the rare few, take that doubt, that laughter, that disrespect, and they turn it into fuel. Because when no one expects anything from you, you are free to become anything. There's no pressure, no spotlight, no expectations, just you and your grind. Think about every legend you admire, every successful person, every game changer, every dreamer who made the impossible real. They were all underestimated once. People said Edison would never invent anything great. They said Michael Jordan wasn't good enough for basketball. They said J.K. Rowling stories would never sell. They said Arnold Schwarzenegger would never make it out of bodybuilding. And yet, here we are still speaking their names. Why? Because being underestimated became their greatest strength. It gave them something no one else had. High reason to fight. When they laugh at you, don't take it personally. Take it as a challenge, because behind every laugh is fear. People laugh at what they don't understand. They mock what they secretly wish they had the courage to do. They laughed because your dream was bigger than their imagination. They laughed because your vision reminded them of what they gave up on. They laughed because your fire exposed their excuses. So when they laugh, smile. Smile because you know something they don't. You're not done yet. You're just getting started. Being underestimated gives you eye time. It gives you a PC. While others are busy talking, you're busy working. While they waste time doubting, you're investing time growing. And one day, when they least expect it, you'll show up different, stronger, smarter, sharper. And they'll wonder when you changed. But the truth is, you didn't change overnight. You grew in silence. You built yourself in the shadows. You evolved while they were distracted by their own noise. You see, life has a way of hiding greatness behind mockery. It disguises champions as underdogs. Because if the world saw your full potential too early, it would try to stop you before you started. So maybe, just maybe, being underestimated isn't a curse, it's protection. It's the universe's way of saying, I let them doubt you now so you can destroy their doubts later. Every time someone says you can't, hear it as you must. Every time they say you won't, hear it as, watch me. Because the most dangerous person in the world isn't the loud one. It's the quiet one. The one no one sees coming. The one who was counted out, ignored, and laughed at until they made the impossible happen. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You don't even need them to understand. All you need is a vision so clear and a heart so hungry that their laughter fades in the distance. Because when your dream becomes your obsession, when your hunger becomes your discipline, no amount of doubt can stop you. Remember this, every seed grows underground before it breaks the surface. Every diamond is formed under pressure before it shines. Every great story begins with a struggle that no one saw coming. So if people are underestimating you right now, good. If they don't believe in you, even better. Because when you finally rise, your success will be twice as powerful, not because you proved them wrong, but because you proved yourself right. There will be nights when you question yourself, moments when you'll wonder if they were right, if maybe you're not good enough. That's when you need to remind yourself why you started. You didn't start this journey to impress them, you started it to become the best version of you. Their laughter doesn't define you, your persistence does. Their judgment doesn't shape your story, your consistency does. And one day, when the dust settles, when the noise quiets down, they'll look at you differently. They'll pretend they always believed in you. They'll say, I knew you'd make it. Smile, don't argue, just keep walking, because you'll know the truth. They laughed at you until you won. So the next time someone doubts you, thank them because they just handed you free motivation. Remember, you don't Our silence is your best revenge. There will come a time in your life when people will doubt you. When they'll talk behind your back, laugh at your dreams, question your worth, and try to break your confidence. They'll say you can't do it. They'll whisper that you're wasting your time. They'll pretend to care, but secretly hope you fail. And in those moments, you'll feel the fire rise inside you. You'll want to respond, to prove them wrong, to shout, "I'll show you." But remember this, the loudest voice doesn't win. The one who moves in silence does, because silence is your best revenge. When you stay silent, you confuse them, you disarm them, you take away their power. The more you talk, the more they study you. The more you react, the more control they have. But when you move quietly, when you let your actions speak instead, you become unpredictable, untouchable, unstoppable. There's power in stillness. There's strength in calm. The storm doesn't need to announce itself, it just arrives. And that's what your silence should be, a storm in disguise. While they're busy talking, you're busy working. While they're laughing, you're learning. While they're sleeping, you're sacrificing. And when you finally rise, they won't even see it coming. You see, the world is loud. Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to prove something. But the real warriors, they don't talk. They transform. They don't argue about what they'll become. They just become it. They don't waste time defending themselves because they know truth doesn't need defense. Let them underestimate you. Let them think you're nothing. Let them laugh, doubt, gossip, and point fingers. Because when you finally show up, different, focused, unstoppable, their silence will be louder than all the noise they made. That's what real revenge looks like. Not anger, not shouting, not proving anything to anyone. Just quiet growth, quiet power, quiet success. Remember this, noise is temporary. Results are permanent. Your achievements will echo louder than any insult ever could. You don't need to fight every battle. You don't need to answer every critic. Sometimes walking away is not weakness, it's wisdom. Because silence isn't about doing nothing. It's about doing everything that truly matters without telling anyone. When you stop talking, you start doing. And when you start doing, everything changes. Your energy shifts, your circle gets smaller, your focus gets sharper. You start realizing that revenge isn't about proving others wrong. It's about proving yourself right. You don't rise by shouting back. You rise by showing up differently. Think of every person who ever doubted you. The teachers who said you wouldn't make it. The friends who left when you needed them most. The people who laughed when you shared your dream. Let their words fuel your discipline. Let their laughter push you deeper into purpose. Don't waste your breath trying to explain yourself. Every minute you spend defending your dream is a minute you could have spent building it. One day, they'll look for you. They'll search your name. They'll see your success. They'll see the life you built in silence and realize they were wrong. They'll wonder how you did it. How you turned all that pain into peace. How you stayed silent while the world tried to bring you down. And in that moment, your silence will speak louder than 1,000 words ever could. Silence doesn't mean weakness. It means maturity. It means you've learned that reacting gives them attention. And attention is what they crave. But you crave something else. You crave peace. You crave progress. You crave purpose. So instead of clapping back, you clap for yourself. Instead of shouting, you shine. Instead of proving, you produce. Every second spent trying to make them believe in you is a second stolen from your own belief in yourself. Let go of the need to be understood. You're not here to be liked. You're here to well live your purpose. And that requires silence, solitude, and self-discipline. Because silence isn't empty. It's full of answers. It's where ideas are born. It's where confidence is rebuilt. It's where peace becomes power. That's why the greatest transformations always happen in silence. The seed grows underground. The warrior trains in the dark. The phoenix burns alone before it rises. So maybe your silence isn't weakness. Maybe it's preparation. When you walk in silence, you walk with purpose. You stop chasing attention and start chasing alignment. You stop reacting to people and start responding to life. That's when you become dangerous. Not because you speak louder, but because you move smarter. They can't attack what they can't see. They can't stop what they don't understand. And they'll never understand you. Because while they were busy talking, you were busy becoming. So stay silent, stay focused, stay patient. Let your success make all the noise. Let your peace confuse them. Let your silence speak the loudest truth. That you were never here to impress them. You were here to express the greatness that was already inside you. Our final message: silence is not weakness. Silence, strategy. It's the space where vision grows, discipline builds, and destiny forms. So don't waste your voice arguing with noise. Use your energy to build something so powerful that even your silence commands respect, because in the end, you won't need to say a word. Your results will say everything. And when they see what you've become, they'll remember the one they laughed at, the one they doubted, the one they tried to break, and they'll realize too late. You didn't need to shout. You just needed to war with a sweet victory. There's a kind of victory that's louder than brighter than trophies and deeper than fame. It's not the victory the world sees. It's the one you feel inside when you look back and realize you made it. You survived what was meant to destroy you. You turned every scar into strength, every failure into focus, every heartbreak into hunger. That is the sweet victory. But the sweet victory doesn't come easy. It doesn't come overnight. It comes after nights of crying when no one was watching. After battles you fought alone, after moments when giving up felt easier than going on. You didn't quit. You didn't surrender. You chose to rise again, quietly, painfully, consistently, until one day the pain turned into power. That's victory. You see, real victory is not about beating others. It's about beating the old version of yourself. The one who doubted, the one who settled, the one who didn't believe they could. Every step you take forward, no matter how small, is a step away from the person who used to be afraid, and a step closer to the person who refused to be stopped. That's the battle most people never see, the fight within. The world celebrates winners, but they don't understand the war it took to win. They see your glow, not your grind. They see your smile, not your scars. They see your success, not your sleepless nights. They don't know the storms you walked through. They don't know how many times you broke in silence. They don't know how many prayers, how many sacrifices, how many lonely days built this moment. But you know, and that's why the victory feels so sweet. The sweetest victory is not the one the crowd cheers for. It's the one your soul celebrates in silence. It's the moment you realize you didn't need validation. You didn't need them to believe in you. You didn't need anyone to save you. You just needed to believe in yourself long enough to rise. That's the moment everything changes. When you stop chasing approval and start chasing purpose. When you stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. That's when life bends in your favor. That's when destiny salutes your discipline. There was a time they laughed at you. They said you couldn't do it. They called you crazy, unrealistic, too ambitious. They mocked your dreams because your vision made them uncomfortable. But you didn't fight back with words. You fought back with action. You stayed focused, worked in silence, and let your results speak. And now, look at you. You've become everything they said you couldn't be. You've done everything they said was impossible. That's with a sweet victory. When your success becomes the echo of your silence. There's nothing more powerful than the moment you realize you no longer need to prove anything to anyone. You've already proven it, not to them, but to yourself. You've proven that pain can't break you, that setbacks can't stop you, that rejection can't define you. That's what winning really means. Not that you never fell, but that you never stayed down. Every fall taught you something. Every failure shaped you. Every disappointment redirected you. You learned that rejection is just redirection. You learned that pain is preparation. You learned that patience is part of the process. And now, every tear that once felt wasted suddenly makes sense, because it was watering the seed of who you are becoming. That's why this victory feels different, because you earned it. With every drop of sweat, every tear, every late night, every lonely morning. Don't ever let anyone tell you your victory was luck. Luck doesn't wake up early. Luck doesn't stay disciplined. Luck doesn't keep fighting after being knocked down 100 times. You did that. You built that. You earned that. The sweet victory belongs to those who never gave up even when everything told them to. Sometimes, victory isn't about standing on a stage or holding a medal. Sometimes it's just waking up in peace. Sometimes it's healing from what hurt you. Sometimes it's forgiving someone who never said sorry. Sometimes it's smiling again after years of pain. That's victory too, because winning isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's invisible to the world, but unforgettable to your heart. The sweetest victory is knowing you didn't let bitterness win. You didn't let hate consume you. You didn't let failure define you. You chose growth. You chose faith. You chose to rise. And now you shine. Not because everything went right, but because you stayed strong when everything went wrong. You'll reach a point where you look around and realize you don't want revenge anymore. You don't want to prove anything anymore. You just want peace. And that's when you know you've truly won. Because peace is the highest form of victory. One day you'll tell your story, and people won't believe how much you went through to get here. They'll call it amazing, inspiring, unbelievable, but only you will know what it really cost. You'll smile quietly because no amount of words can explain what you survived. That smile, that quiet pride, that's with a sweet victory. So keep going. Don't stop now. The pain you feel today is just the price of tomorrow's triumph. Because one day, you'll look back on this journey, on all the heartbreak, rejection and struggle, and you'll smile with tears in your eyes, realizing it was all worth it. That moment, that feeling, that peace in your heart, that's of the sweet victory.